Hello everyone, I am back with another One Piece video, and today I'm going to be covering some big anime news, but first it's time for a new manga chapter, so let's dive in. So we open with the cover, chapter 1129, Live Dolls, and we are back to Ogre Child Yamato's Golden Harvest. I thought this was done, but it's good to see more of it, and this time we've got Shinobu, sorry, struggled with their name for a bit there. Shinobu training Tama as a ninja while Yamato sits in the back and observes. So it's kind of good to see that one continued. Also good to see Tama again. It's been a while. Alright, sorry for the hat jump scare. Forgot to wear my lucky hat. So we're good to go now. So everyone in the kingdom, this little kingdom, is now in a panic. They think the kingdom's doomed, the world is ending. And, well, the mask, metaphorically, not physically yet, is slipping. He said, got the sun god saying, "You live dolls will pay for what you did to my temple. And to my servants." So the mask is clearly slipping. So Luffy tells the cat they're escaping on to jump. But he also kind of deduces, this guy spent so much time and effort on the kingdom that, it'd be a shame to destroy it. And the cat immediately lands on some of the town, destroying it. So much for that. So this giant sun god asks why, whatever they called it, Lord Iscat? Oh, he doesn't even say Lord, he just says Iscat. So he asks why Iscat is helping them. Obviously, they're kind of coercing him a bit, but they're like, we made it to the end of the world in no time. But Luffy's like, no, it keeps going on, seemingly forgetting that he broke through the mirror before. But, that's Luffy. But she points out the schematics, which immediately get knocked away. They panic, but then Nami's like, no, I've got it memorized, don't worry. And we see a nice little map of the world that, they're at they've gone, look behind you, there's the mirror, here's the other mirror. So what we need to do is keep going straight in this direction to the outer wall and break through. So they've effectively concluded that this is just one big room to them, just normal for a giant. They've got mirrors on two ends and walls on two other ends. So that is the makeup of their little prison kingdom thing. But then the sun god pulls out the device that was a holding cell for giants. And it's just a net to catch them in. And Luffy gets angry at the cat for failing to dodge the net. But Zoro immediately just jumps into action and cuts the net effortlessly, as you would expect. The sun god now says, they broke through the metal net. But no worries, the ear god is waiting for them. And he gets regrettably informed by the denizens of this kingdom that the ear god was slain by Luffy and co earlier, and he's shocked. He calls it his glut bunny. Apparently, this sort of rabbit from Elbaf is a carnivorous rabbit that should have been nigh impossible to defeat. But then the sun god gets sort of in a delusional rant where he's like, this is amazing, this is wonderful, this is a story without a script unfolding in my little walled garden. He is getting way too into this. And as he's getting way into this, the denizens that he'd captured before that were just acting as civilians now see it as their chance to escape. So they also make a run for it. He interestingly says, I hate saying his name, Hadrudin may accept you, but I will not, which kind of gives an idea of his motive that we're going to see in a bit. But he seems to be unhappy with becoming subservient to the Straw Hats. Usopp then attacks with special attack Green Star Skull Blast Grass. That was kind of a bit of a tongue twister. But alas, it only broke the mirror. It didn't break through the wall. But Luffy says, don't worry, I've got this one. And before we see what's going to happen with Luffy, we kind of go back to the giant having his little kind of delusional rant, or whatever you want to call it. And he talks about, I'm so glad to have you in my collection. Ultra rare Luffy, ultra rare Zolo, ultra rare Nami, ultra rare Usopp. so he knows their names, which is interesting, to say the least, and we will find out why in a second. Nami even questions how he knows who they are, and what's he mean by ultra rare, and Luffy readies his attack. Mini Gear 4! I don't know why it's mini, probably because they're small people in a big world, I guess, a giant room. And while he's readying that, Nami ominously asks Usopp, is it really humans' fault for natural disasters? And Usopp ponders, you can't blame humans on earthquakes, floods, lightning. Nami says how much he's sick of the guy. Sanji's also sick of the guy, but for perverted reasons, of course. The fact that he undressed and redressed Nami, that can't be allowed, of course. But before we get to see what these two attacks will accumulate in, we get a little flashback of how this all happened. We've got the Crow, Mugen, coming down and revealing that he is the one who swooped in and grabbed the Straw Hat ship, the Thousand Sunny, with all the ones that have shown up, Luffy, Nami, Sanji, Zoro, Chopper, Usopp. They're all on the ship for some reason. Maybe they took a rest on the ship and the others didn't, but he is the one who grabbed them. And he's confused at how, why has he got them? The giants were meant to be escorting them to Elbaf. Apparently they all fell asleep because they went through the sleeping mists on the way to Elbaf. That's a new revelation, there's sleeping mists. But then we get the identity reveal. It is Road of the pirate giants that pledged allegiance to Luffy, the Great Straw Hat Alliance, or whatever it's called. But it turns out he was not on board. He says that even though that I'm going to butcher his pronunciation again, but even though that Hadrudin pledged his loyalty to the Straw Hats, he does not wish to become subservient to the Straw Hats. So his plan here was to keep the Straw Hats imprisoned in this mini little kingdom. They'll go missing from the rest of the world, and all the while, instead of him being subservient to them, they will be subservient to him. But as he ponders that, Nami's attack now strikes. When she was talking about natural disasters, what do you think she was talking about? It is Zeus, of course, and she lands a lightning blast on Road, which, well, I'm not sure what's going to happen. Maybe he's knocked out. But then we end the chapter with Luffy's attack. Gear 4, Gum Kong Gun, and he breaks through the wall, and they break out of this prison. And that is it until Sunday for the next chapter. So what will happen next? Will Road face punishment for going against his captain's orders? They were meant to be subservient, part of the Grand Straw Hat Alliance, and he's betrayed that. Will he be punished? What do you guys think? Will we find out? What will we find out next week? I don't know. Any ideas? Plant them in the comments. I'd love to see them. But we finish off with the anime news I was talking about at the start of the video. And this is that, unfortunately, we'll start with the sad news, that the anime that is currently covering the Egghead arc is going on hiatus until April of next year. So that is unfortunate. But on the positive spin of it, it means more time for new manga content to be created. And, hopefully we get higher quality, better pacing, less filler. So just got to keep a positive outlook on that, and hopefully when it comes back we get some great quality anime episodes. The other big news is that the Fishman Island arc is getting a remaster where they're going to make the content more streamlined, better quality. We're going to get new OSTs, we're going to get new sound effects, SFX. And that will take place in place of the current anime, which is going on hiatus. So it's not like we're going to be going without. It'll be nice to see Fishman Island in a new streamlined form, better quality, because let's be honest, Fishman Island was one of the weaker arcs, especially post time skip. So it'll be good to see if that one is comes off well. And who knows, if it's a success, maybe we'll get remasters of all the other arcs, because some of these are very long. Like Dressrosa was very long. Whole Cake Island was very long. So, you know, seeing these remastered in a, you know, a Dragon Ball Z Kai-ish sort of way would probably be quite nice. But that's it for One Piece news for today. I will catch you all guys next week. There's no break, so another chapter coming next week. See y'all later. Bye!